Welcome back, everybody. Marshall's Cafe. I'm Marshall. This is Cafe. We're here hanging out today, and we are going to be reviewing Back from the Dead Cafe, which is kind of a local one for me. So today we got our Back from the Dead Cafe shirt going on. We have our Back from the Dead coffee cup going on. We got some cards. We got some stickers. We got some roaster cards. We got a bunch of stuff from these people because they are a pretty cool group of people. I met them not too long ago, and we actually sat out on the porch and talked for a little while, and they were just dropping off the coffee, and we ended up talking for almost an hour out there on our front porch about coffee and just all kinds of stuff. So really good people. Let's see, they're veteran owned, family owned, so that's two huge perks right there. And one of the other real cool things about them is that they are a mobile cafe, so they bebop around and actually go to different places and post up a coffee truck. Which, I mean, I don't know if you've ever been to a coffee truck or you've ever gotten some like little like pastries from it, but it is hella convenient, especially like if you work plant work or you are just like driving through town and you're like, man, I really don't want some average gas station coffee, and then you see, oh look, a coffee truck. Boom. Easy, hella good coffee. I've got 3 different ones I'm going to review for you today. So go ahead, tuck in. I'll tell you a little bit more about them while we do it. But we got 3 different blends. They're all banging. I can drink all 3 of them black, which I know it seems more and more that I am able to drink coffees black, which I'm not a black coffee drinker. So the fact that I can drink these without cream and sugar says something. Let's see. These guys, they do craft coffee. They have tons of different beverages. I was just telling my wife about this one called like the Reanimator that has like a bourbon caramel to it, and your boy needs it. I don't drink, but I love that bourbon caramel flavor, and so we were just talking about getting her one. Let's see, they also do Texan Czech pastries, like kolaches, which is basically like an adult pig in a blanket. If you never tried one or you had a pig in a blanket, you're going to want this. They are so good. They also do online orders. They do pickups when available. They do a bunch of different merchandise. They have hats, shirts, coffee cups, stickers, aprons. They got all your coffee set up pretty much. Let's see. They also sell beans. They sell them like 6 ounces for like $7.50. Really ain't bad for 6 ounces of beans, like roasted already for you. You can get them ground. You can go ahead and get them whole bean if that's what you're into, which is what I'm into. And then like from 6 ounces up to like 12 ounces for about $15. So it's really not bad. But yeah, so signature drink, like I was telling you, the Reanimator. I mean, bourbon caramel, salted foam latte. You can get it cold brew. You can get espresso, banging. So their coffee roaster, actually out of North Carolina, called Lovers Point, Caprines, and Caffeine. I'm going to include all the links for them and for Back from the Dead Cafe, so that way everybody can, come and hang out with them and kind of order, check out this coffee. Really good stuff. Let's see. They do a lot of custom roasted single origin beans, and they ship nationwide. So if you like what I'm talking about here on the review today, then you'll probably love this. So first coffee. Let's see. All right, we'll start with this one. See, I love it. I know you're just seeing my coffee cup, but it's such a unique design for the coffee. I'm letting you see all the different tiers. Right now, I'm somewhere around brains. Alright, so this one is the Indian Monsooned Malabar, which I know it sounds completely wild, but this stuff is actually a pretty exotic coffee. And when I say exotic, I mean like the bean is like from like 80 to 100-year-old farms. They go through this process of monsooning where they like absorb all this like moisture from a monsoon, which sounds absolutely wild. and it's like a 16-week process. So when they do that, it makes the coffee really, really low in acidity, so it's not like got that sharp bite to it whenever you drink coffee, like when you drink like Folgers Black or Maxwell House Black. Yes, and if you are just now tuning in, I always dump on Folgers and Maxwell because everybody deserves better coffee than that. Gas station coffee is better than that. But this stuff is good for pretty much espressos and other just, everyday brews. Like it's got a darker flavor to it without the darker roast. If that makes sense. It's kind of got like a light skim milk feeling to it. There's basically no acidity. Like it's like all the coffee without the bite. It's got earthy, strong coffee flavor to it, but it doesn't like make you kind of be like, man, I wish I had some creamer to fill this out. But in the end, for it, it's got a smooth and like fleeting kind of feeling. Like it's easy to drink, but the flavor disappears quickly. But with that, like I said, it'll mix well with cream, sugar, but you really don't need it, honestly. It's an easy coffee to drink, so you can take your time, go somewhere, study a little bit, put it in the car, drive around. Like, it's not something you're really going to stress out too much. Like, you don't have to panic, like, oh god, I got to doctor my coffee before I leave the house. So, like I said, that is the Indian Monsooned Malabar. So, it's good. There's not really much else I can say about it. So, moving on to our next one is actually a Dominican origin, Ramirez estate. I don't know. I'm saying a lot of words you probably don't even understand. Basically, it's like this company, the Dominican organization Ramirez Estate, Café Creole. It's actually a group that goes into impoverished areas and organizes farmers and teaches them how to like process beans. Basically, like poor areas, to go in there and help them better their economy, make sure that like beans are going to be sold above market price, so that way all the profits go back to the poverty areas and helps build up the community, which is really cool, honestly. So this one's actually a little bit more expensive, but for a good reason. It's like buying Tom's, the buy one get one. You buy one for yourself, it helps out other people. You buy this coffee, it helps more than just you get coffee. This one has an interesting taste to me though, and it's quite a contrast to the Monsooned Malabar. It's got a definite like sweeter taste to it. Um, God, it's almost like syrupy molasses kind of a taste, like a sweetness, not like really fruity, but like a honey and caramel and molasses, chocolatey kind of taste. The body of it, honestly, it's kind of like it's almost like not half and half, and a little heavier than like 2% milk, but not like whole milk. It got a heavier feel to it in your mouth, but not too much. But the acidity, it is kind of it's high compared to the last one, which is not super high, but you can definitely taste like the melony tang to it, and they're like not as tart as like a lemon would be, but it's definitely there. But like I said, the flavor, got the caramel, it's got the molasses kind of taste, more of a chocolatey flavor to it, so it's not bad. Like personally, I would probably like a little bit of creamer to it, but here we are. But at the end, let's see. It's got a good lingering feeling to it, and it's smooth. It's a little bumpy kind of, but it leaves a good flavor in your mouth of the molasses and the kind of a caramelly chocolate flavor. It kind of reminds me almost in a way of like a Snickers bar. It makes sense for a coffee without cream or sugar. So then our very last one, I'm rocking my Bluey cup that my wife got me. So this one is an Indonesian Sumatra, which anyone who knows anything about coffee, Sumatra is a dark roast. So you know how this is gonna go. This one is really cool because the beans come from a gigantic crater in Sumatra. And when I mean crater, I mean it is literally the world's deepest crater in the world. And like it formed about 75,000 years ago from a volcano. So this bean comes from that. So it's kind of a really neat origin for this coffee. And so it, because of that and the richness of that soil and what have you, it really shines when it's more of a medium to dark roast, and almost has like a spiciness to it, like without, like the spice. So it's got a little bit of a chocolatey, a little bit of hint of sweetness, and you can French press it, you can drip however you want to do it, but it's pretty good. So let me get another sip of it so I can give you a better review here. So immediately you taste that caramel and that chocolatey flavor. I mean, it is, you don't even hardly get the coffee before it's like boom, chocolate taste. It's got like a creamy texture to it. The acidity is barely perceptible at all. Like you can barely tell that there's any acidity because it's got such an earthy, chocolatey caramel taste to it. It's very smooth. And with that, it's got, it lingers. The flavor lingers. It's a little bit rougher. It's still a smooth coffee, but it's a rougher feeling in your mouth. But it leaves a nice taste in your mouth. Like you don't immediately hate the coffee. Like, all right, cool. This is a smooth coffee. A little bit rougher. You're immediately tasting chocolate. You get that dark roasted flavor without that heavy burnt taste. You get the chocolate, you get the caramel, you get the care that was put into this bean rather than just like, here's some burnt dark coffee. But guys, that's it. That's Back from the Dead Cafe. I'm going to include all of the links for Lover's Point, Brains and Caffeine, and Back from the Dead. If y'all enjoyed this review, do make sure you go check them out. They are awesome people. They make awesome coffee. So, if you're in the area, order from them locally. And if you're not from the area, make sure to check out the links. Go order from them. Tell them I sent you. I hope y'all have a great day.